with only really having that Dark Binding to really push with. So maybe this Nocturne Initiate as well as having those Dark Bindings are really going to help SK. I'm going to stick with SK because I earlier in the day predicted them to come out here on top of Time to Trolls.
Yeah, I think it's SK as well. I can't say any way around it. The fact that so you've got Talon, who's got a great gap closer, and Nocturne, means that basically either Orianna or Caitlyn are going to be targeted at the start of every fight, and they are both going to be straight on them, and it's going to be very hard to stop it, to defend it. Janna's going to have to be quick on that ulti. I don't know how they're going to be able to prevent it. I've got to be honest. Tristana, CandyPanda or Tristana is very good, has to be said. I completely forgot about Tristana, actually, and more to the point, I was following his guide the other day, which is a very good guide. You kind of need a Nyph alongside you, which helps in any game, but unfortunately we don't all get that. But I got to be honest, it's going to be down to how yellowpete handles it down the bottom lane, how Orianna deals with it. If she doesn't get too ganked too often, is pretty squishy early on. If Nocturne can get in there, and like we say, Alex has been a boss really at the top there against Wickd. We're making a lot of assumptions on how Wickd can play Talon. I've never seen him play him before. He is a pretty strong hero, but I think Gangplank is going to boss the lane again for certainly the start of it.
Flashy just said we have 6 flashes and you have 5, so obviously we win. Yeah, unfortunately we don't get to play a role in, or more to the point, fortunately we don't get to play in the game. Can you actually, as a spectator, ping the map, by the way? I daren't try it.
No, I daren't ping on... Maybe if I ping at the back base. Yeah, I can, there you go. I can ping at the back base.
Yeah. Cool. And SK like, what? Why do we want to go back now? Who's doing that? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so roundabout now, SK just playing it very, very safe from the start. That's the thing. I think we're going to see a fairly long game once again, just due to the fact that this is a big game, and no one wants to play 2 games to qualify when they can actually... Oh, actually, 3 games they have to play, right? I mean, if they lose this one, they have to play 2 more games. They have to play a best of 1 and then a best of 3 afterwards.
Yeah.
So it's a really kind of long, drawn-out process from here if you lose the semi-final. By the way, Fnatic did win. They're getting... Did I just make that up?
No, they did 2-0.
They did win their game, right?
Yeah, 2-0. I believe in the last game, I think... what's his face was on Snoopeh, was on Talon, and who's the other AP? Who am I thinking of? PK was on Akali. So yeah, it was like proper one-sided domination, both diving and bursting on you. Yeah, it was. I think it was pretty much one-sided match. Here we go. So we're going to see how they're going to line up top there, and you can see Alex straight away trying to boss Wickd and force him back really with that parlay, trying to do as much as he can. And obviously with the slow effect, it makes him get out of the slow effect that Wickd can put down as well. Down the bottom, it's going to be. This is really going to be how it tells. Obviously they've been target banning Nyph. With Sona. Ooh, wow, CandyPanda taking a lot of damage straight away there. yellowpete also getting the triple cord on him there as well. But yeah, they've been target banning in, and the supports are poking each other back and forward. I love that.
That's where the real battle's won. Down on these bottom lanes. The amazing power of Jan, who actually doing a decent amount of annoying damage here onto Zero. Going down to just 1 bar. Obviously shouldn't die. wewillfailer getting a little bit too cocky into that one. And they turn straight in, obviously, onto wewillfailer, who was super aggressive in that play. That was very dangerous. And again, another questionable move from wewillfailer, I have to point out there.
Yeah, but with that Howling Gale was brilliant. CandyPanda was literally jumping on his head, and the Howling Gale stopped him in his tracks. SleazyWeazy is in position. Meanwhile, at the top, yellowpete's gonna have to get away from that one. You can see SleazyWeazy coming in to try and support him. Oh, a flash there. Oh, he does manage to catch him. yellowpete with the range very well. I think Nyph's gonna go down as well here. This is gonna be a double kill down bottom. That is brilliant. Yes, he will be. yellowpete finishes off with a Piltover Peacemaker at the top, as also Wickd is being pushed. As we expected early on, he's been harassed quite heavily, but wow, that is massive double kill there for yellowpete. That's going to give him such a big advantage. What's he going to go back and buy? I'm guessing double Dorans, boots, Dorans. Yeah.
In middle, we got the Ignite actually coming out onto Flashy there. By the way, Deman, your Skype seems to have taken a robot shit.
Oh, crap.
And is kind of crazy right now. So
We do that straight away.
Actually, let's do that right now. Which means he's probably never going to escape here. However, he may be just find himself able to dive there somewhere in onto a turret and actually just sitting here inside of the bush. And going to give him that speed boost. Surely this fear is going to proc onto him. And he comes straight back in towards Snoopeh. He's still alive. In comes the Dark Binding. Oh, and Snoopeh's going to take that kill. I think would have been better if he'd have left it there for Ocelote to finish off, though.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully it's not taking a robot dump, as you said. I don't know what it is, whether it's my connection or what. I wouldn't have thought so. I hope not. But as it is at the moment, you know, that 2-1, that is a much-needed kill. It's a much-needed for Wicked, but immediately he's teleporting straight back into top. So, you know, despite the fact he's had that little advantage, he's straight back in the frame. He's like, oh, damn it. And it actually he's been able to go back and buy. Look, you see he's continuing the harass. Have a look down the bottom. Yellowpete did manage to get the boots, and look at that. Look, he's now, because of that big advantage he got early on, oh, the damage he's putting straight on a Nyph. Will he manage to finish him off? Yes, he will do. And Yellowpete taking down Nyph there, and CandyPanda could do nothing at all about it. And that is all because of that double kill early on. It's just given such an advantage, and that is actually going to be pretty horrible for SK.
Yeah, that's kind of exactly the player that you don't want to be feeding up early on. I mean, Caitlyn 3-0 already, as you mentioned, that double Doran's Blade boots in there. Got pots as well, obviously, with Janna as a support. Doesn't have that healing ability early on. But Yellowpete now is going to cause all kinds of problems for SK. And look how many minions they've got here coming into the turret. Both Janna and Caitlyn just going to chip away. I said chip 3 times just to make it sound even more chippy. And I think they're going to go way below half HP. Look at the Piltover Peacemaker. The amount of damage it does is actually insane. CandyPanda is... They're going to have such a terrible time on this. They're going to be playing so defensive, and it wouldn't surprise me to see a turret going down very, very early on into this game.
Yeah, and the problem is, obviously, with Yellowpete, the fact that he's got that damage extra early, he's getting the shield on him, which is just giving him an extra, even more damage, and CandyPanda's just, you know, they're up against it. They're going to be behind in levels. SleazyWeazy's actually managed to sneak his way into the bush there. I'm not too sure if he was spotted because, yeah, there's a ward. Clairvoyance goes down. There was a ward over at the tri-bush, I think, which is what kind of gave it away. Snoopeh has got himself a Wriggles. Let's have a look at Trundle. Trundle is a little bit further behind. In the build. In the mid, it's been pretty close. We've seen, obviously, Ocelote go around. I think Ocelote did... he only got the support kill. Nocturne actually managed to get the kill. Obviously, that was up at the top towards Gangplank. Double Doran's rings this time from Flashy, because Flashy's been forced back a few times. Double Doran's rings for Ocelote as well, so very much even. Alex is also not having it as much as fun as he was earlier now, because Wicked has been back, has been bought, and you can see, look at that, the damage he's been able to put out. He's starting to put those combinations down. Meanwhile, you can see Ocelote now making his way down the bottom, and this is exactly what they've got to do. They need to try to deal with Yellowpete in some way. They've got to either force him out, but there is that ward straight in the mid. They're going to be able to do nothing at all about it at the moment, and Wicked is actually winning that top lane now.
And again, look at the amount of damage they've put out onto CandyPanda there. I mean, Howling Gale comes in. Again, Yellowpete, he's got the shield on him. He can get himself in there. And CandyPanda is basically just struggling to stay alive. Nyph is basically just heal. And what are you going to do about it? I mean, they're going to hit away here at this tower. Obviously, Yellowpete playing the range absolutely perfectly. You're going to get a snipe shot off. Nicely blocked there from Nyph. But that leaves Nyph in a bit of a horrible situation as well. And just that start for SK is just... I think I've said horrible 20 times in the last 2 sentences, but it's pretty horrible. It's
pretty bad, it has to be said. Yeah, it has not worked out well. SK, though, they do have that top lane advantage. It is working for them. Gangplank going down early is give Wicked the chance. Gangplank ulti now going on towards him. That's going to force him away because the minions are going to get taken straight out. You can see Snoopeh's had to come to this bottom turret. Now, Nyph has got absolutely no mana back. They've gone back to buy. Has it got him a BF sword? It has. 9-minute BF sword with the double Dorans and boots. That's pretty bad. It has to be said. Pretty horrible.
Pretty horrible. While we've got another bit of a lull in the action when they're going back, let's redo Skype again. Difficult, possibly even impossible. We'll see on that bottom lane. They need these ganks to pull off, and Well, Snoopeh at the moment's just not really had the opportunity to do so as they put pressure in. There goes the ultimate from Snoopeh, and the flash came out from yellowpete, and look how effective they've not even lost anything. They've not lost health. It's kind of ridiculous. And even Ocelote was there for a sniff around coming in the back, and they can't quite get these ganks off that they wanted. And there were a couple of pings up there towards the blue. We've seen Sleazy and who else was it? Yeah, Flashy go in there, and they've stolen the blue buff away. And I tell you what, Time to Troll, they're doing brilliantly at this point in the game. I mean, 3-1 is the scoreline, obviously in their advantage, and I thought the light wasn't a steal on the blue buff. I'm getting a bit confused.
Yeah. You got carried away with that one. It was just their own one, but
that's amazing.
The problem is, you know, they've got this advantage down the bottom. They need to make it count, so they need to press on, because obviously CandyPanda will eventually catch up. He will catch up in damage, in cover, etc. Same, so they need yellowpete just to continue being fed, which is why SK are continually trying to put pressure on them. You know, the jungler is continually going down bottom. They can't allow him to have that advantage. Wow, up the top though, looking at there, look, I think Wickd surely could finish him off there. He just hasn't got the mana, I don't think, to do with the abilities. It's like Gangplank kind of knew it as well. He just walks away from it. He's like, meh, you could probably have me if you had full mana, but you don't, so I'm just going to walk away. Oh, Snoopeh's just pulled the dragon. I think they're going to go for dragon. Yes, he is. He's going to go for an early dragon. He's going to need Tristana to probably come up and help him, or at least Morgana. Morgana, though, is pretty much preoccupied with Flashy at the moment in mid, with obviously both got blue, so they're both kind of like harassing each other. Needlessly large rod on Ocelote, and now they are going to come down to dragon. They are 4-man there, and they will take it down pretty easily without Time to Troll being able to react. Oh, flash actually used there. They're going to come around for Morgana. Morgana having to flash around. Teleport, sorry, used by Gangplank was what I meant. So teleporting down there doesn't really matter, but that's, you know, give Talon a little free time to go back and buy. Got himself a Brutalizer, Mercury Treads, and Armor. So he's going to be enjoying himself at the moment. Ocelote is being pretty much harassed, but that's the bottom tower might go here.
Oh, if not then, I mean, they're going to surely put pressure on. No, not quite. yellowpete starting to back away. And obviously the Sona attacks not doing any real damage that is going to scare yellowpete off. We do have wewillfailer, still has full HP, mana a little bit low, and this tower is going to go down unless something goes ridiculously wrong. Yeah, there we go, couple of hits, and it is down. Actually, we're going to get the pings up towards top here. They want a sniff of Wickd, and there goes the ultimate onto Alex. Surely they're going to be able to pull this one off. Is the fear going to proc? Yes, it is. Wickd has actually flashed his way out of that one, and, well, that didn't quite go as planned. In fact, I think Alex has got more HP now than when that started.
Yeah, Ocelote came up and not Ocelote, sorry, Flashy, who's actually managed to injure his way into the bush. Did he get spotted by Wickd? Yeah, he spotted him. Yeah, he backed away. Managed to injure his way in the bush, put that shield on him as it all kicked off, sort of thing. So he just so happened to be in the neighbourhood, as it were. But I guess you don't tend to go for these things unless you got support there. Speaking of support, wewillfailer porting back in mid. It's just going to have to dodge the dart bindings there. Oh, can he get some CS quickly while everybody's left the lane? That's what he's planning on. Morgana.
It's not like, if you're going to do it, I want a piece.
Yeah. Let's have a look at down the bottom. Caitlyn has now got a Bloodthirster and Berserker Greaves. What has Tristana got? BF Sword and Berserker Greaves. So not that far behind now, but that bottom tower has gone. So yellowpete now is going to be in full farm mode. Whether he's going to be able to go around the map, he's actually porting back already. So has he just managed to top off enough to buy another item? I guess he has. And it is a Zeal. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the difference there between BF Sword up to Bloodthirster, 1365, if I'm not mistaken. No.
Something like that, yeah. And then another 1195.
Exactly, Vampire Acceptor, exactly how much it is, but yeah. So it's fairly far behind, plus the Zeal on top, so that tells you how it is. Actually, we saw Nyph there going very, very low, and surely this is going to allow Time to Troll a bit of damage onto this middle turret. Unfortunately for them, they don't have the minion stack to maybe follow through as they would have wished. That's an annoying trap already put down right in the middle there by Caitlyn. as we see, Wickd does come back down, and they're going to get a free amount of farm here in that middle area. Obviously, the ball finishing off. Look at that. There's a great dart binding in. They're going to dive straight in here. Flashy makes a bit of a weird flash there as the ultimate goes off, and yellowpete surely is going to go down, get stunned by the ultimate there from Sona. They're going to try and turn things around here as they focus in onto Wickd, who surely is going to fall. They need to be careful. Flashy's gone low himself. Ball goes in to finish off. Snoopeh's going to proc the fear, but Snoopeh as well could be in trouble. There goes the magic shield from Morgana. That will keep him alive, and now Sleazy is just going to try to knock his way through onto Ocelote and actually decides, nah, not really worth it. I'm not going to manage to pull anything off from that, and goes back. But Flashy has to be careful there. Almost ran into it, and there goes the ultimate from Snoopeh. He was ready just in time. He will finish it off, and with that shield there, manages to survive with plenty of HP as well. And SK bringing it back to 5-3 in the kills. One important one, of course, was the kill onto yellowpete. Up at the top, we are seeing Alex there pushing straight through, taking that turret down. So again, we saw it with him with Leigh Cindy, and he made a massive difference when it was all kicking off left, right, and center, except top. And at that point, Alex was like, well, I'm not going to join in the fight. I'm just going to keep pushing and pushing. And we saw at one point, I think, no turrets down, but 2 at the top where Alex had pushed straight through.
Yeah, absolutely. He can just continued on his merry way farming away. And he's just causing problems for them. He's got that teleport. If he really needs to join the action, he can come down and do it. Which is why I said whether Talon had got the same. I wasn't sure whether Wickd did the same. He's kind of had to get involved in the fights, mainly for the fact that CandyPanda hadn't had such a great time with it down the bottom. yellowpete is quite far ahead. Can they steal the blue? Yes, they can. Oh, wewillfailer is going to get caught there, though. Don't think it's going to be able to get out of this one. Trap gets put down, and that will be yellowpete. yellowpete is going to be the target. wewillfailer will go down. Now they're in all sorts of trouble, and yellowpete is not going to get out of that one. He's going to get exhausted, and he will be taken down as well. Alex comes in, manages to try and put his buff down, does manage to ulti down. With Flashy's also coming in, will manage to get the Q out. Will he catch them all in the ulti? Only gets the one. It was Morgana hoping to get Sona as well in there, I believe. SleazyWeazy does manage to throw the pillar in his face, but it's really not going to do anything about it. Snoopeh does come back around. Meanwhile, while this is all going on, CandyPanda's like, yeah, okay, I'll push mid. That's no problem. Oh, SleazyWeazy is going to come around the backside of them. Just put the annoying pillar in the face and then just stroll on out. Needs to be careful because in comes Wickd. Wickd manages to get the double buff. And Sona manages to get the ulti straight across it. Flashy is going to go down here. Flashy will pay the price, and it's 6-6 now. SK coming into this team phase have really managed to turn it on. And Team to Troll, I don't know whether they just got carried away with the fact that they were fed that early on. Have just been caught out of position so many times. And finally, Gangplank's going to come down and try and help.
Yeah, that was the thing. I mean, Alex had been pushed back there by Wickd, who came down. I don't know if he used teleport, actually, but came down quickly, if not of using teleport. And, yeah, they're just going to try and seal SK away from this dragon area. Wards down from both sides. And are they going to start the dragon? Yes, they are. They're going to pull it out of its pit, or at least try to. You can see that SK are sniffing around, so they have to be very careful once again not to get caught in this horrible position here and be focusing on the dragon when they should have been doing damage, and they are going to give this one up. SK in the dragon pit, but they're not going to gamble on this one. They're not going to do it either. And Time to Troll still hanging around. Very standoff position. Dark Binding is a miss, and Time to Trolls feel like they can go for this one now. Good pillar put down. In comes the Howling Gale, manages to catch 2 of them. Gangplank ulti comes in as well. That tower is still alive in middle, so they need to be careful. There was actually the ultimate out there as well. In fact, no, it wasn't the ultimate just yet blown from Wickd. He's still got that with him, and most of Time to Troll's down to half HP. Only Janna still any healthier than that one. And I think SK are maybe going to try and force this one. They're down doing Dragon at the moment, all Time to Trolls. SK coming in. Look at the amount of damage they're coming out from Orianna, and I think Alex as well. But SK are moving in. Dragon still not completed. Who's going to do it? It's going to reset itself. There goes the ultimate out. And it was across, I think, 4 targets there overall. There goes Sleazy. Flashy surely going to go down. yellowpete is the one survivor down there. there at the bottom. Is there someone else still left alive? Yes, it's Alex who's flashing as he came back. Oh, Dark Binding's just a centimetre away from connecting and actually shackling him up there. And now finally SK are going to be able to do this dragon without being completely harassed by their opponents. And there we go, it is picked up. So crazy team fights all over the place. Dragon fight took 3 or 4 attempts before it was a massive fight, and then finally the dragon takedown by SK. And they now lead 9-6 in kills. What a turnaround.
And they're going to get the middle tower as well. That's going to go down very quickly. But yeah, that really, Time to Troll were kind of undone by the previous team fight of that, because they'd blown all their ultis. They didn't have any ultis to use there. Orianna didn't have hers in there. They couldn't do anything. So, you know, and SK had still got all theirs, because all they did is simply got caught and then managed to just fend them off. Whereas Time to Troll were like, we kind of want to force this fight, but we've got no ultis to do it with. Which just put them completely on the back foot from the very beginning, which is why they were kind of like half-heartedly going in. I think really for the fact that Flashy managed to catch Nyph and do so much damage to him, that they kind of went, maybe we could go in, and then it was like, oh, no, that's gone badly wrong. But Alex is going to get free farm at top, saving that top turret. It's down to half, but SK have gone from a really bad start, it has to be said, to a complete commanding position. Look at CandyPanda now. Infinity Edge, Berserker Greaves, Triple Dorans, and building up that Zeal. What a turnaround it's made. Just those few little moments. And now he's just completely caught yellowpete up. This is what I said. They need to be careful they don't throw away this small advantage they gained, which really was pretty hefty advantage, it has to be said. When they got that double kill, he managed to come out and do so much damage, batter that turret. And the mid turret is pretty low, but still, Time to Troll have kind of completely lost the chance they had. I don't feel SleazyWeazy's managed to sort of do a fat lot from the jungle compared to, say, Snoopeh. Obviously, that ulti that Nocturne has, he can manage to blast in there. This is exactly what we touched on at the start. You know, he has that ability to, him and Talon can just leap straight on someone and take them out of the fight very quickly. Just like, say, we were saying about earlier with Fnatic, they've got the Talon and Akali. You've got that 2 massive gap closers, massive damage dealers, just burst the hell out of them. yellowpete doing his best to protect this turret down the bottom there, and Talon is now getting free farm, really. But, you know, Alex is doing the exact same at the top there, but CandyPanda can easily keep that wave away and then probably turn around and do quite a bit of damage to Alex, who is about to get Snoopeh diving on him, Joe.
Yeah, the ulti is going to come out. Alex, obviously, is the one taking damage, and that's not something you're going to see very often. CandyPanda's vertical rocket jump straight up in the air, obviously couldn't get himself over that wall. And he'll be feeling like a bit of an idiot for now, that's for sure. Yeah, yellowpete and Talon just going at it there. And, well, we will see Wickd go away as yellowpete continues to push in. But, yeah, I mean, that double kill or 3-0 advantage that it was for yellowpete at the start is now completely nullified. I mean, Snoopeh's 3-0-2. That makes a very scary Nocturne. Tristana 3-1-1. And Caitlyn is now 3-2-2. So, you know, it's kind of all disappeared. Obviously, that first dragon went over to SK as well. So, I think Time to Trolls are now probably telling each other to calm down a bit, not so much confidence which they were showing, but they are going to take this middle turret without a doubt. In comes the Dark Bindings, they're going in onto wewillfailer. Actually, ulti came out there from Sona as well, and Ocelote will manage to take down Janna. We saw the teleport coming in very late there from Alex, and actually was ulted away by CandyPanda there, just to keep him out of range. Pillar went down by SleazyWeazy just to keep SK away from him. And are they going to go for the catch-up? At this point, I don't think they're going to be able to catch up. But SK may try to make the most of this one again. Dark Binding just skimming the back of Alex's leg. Doesn't quite connect. And they're headed up towards Baron. No, they're not going to do it this early. No, they're going to go for the they're going to go for that top stack and then try and push through onto the top turret.
Yeah, they are. And Time to Troll, I kind of only have 2 people going up there. If the rest of SK go up, they can easily boss them off the turret. It's down to half hit points. CandyPanda now nearly up there. Yeah, they're going to have the tank wave. That's going to get taken straight down by a smite. And in the meantime, Orianna's just continually happily farming there. They've kind of just pinged bottom, which I think they're saying yellowpete just go down bottom and get free farm because we've got this covered. Yeah, and SK are backing away there. Ooh, Nyph was pretty close to being caught out there, but the rest of SK backing out. So let's see what they're going to go by. wewillfailer now just trying to clear out some wards in and around Baron. They are in position possibly to do Baron. There's a ward there. It's right there behind them. Have they not? They actually triggered Baron. Surely, now they've seen it. Now they've gone, oh, whoops. They actually were thinking about going for Baron there, I think, but they're going to have to back out of that one. Let's have a look at what they've bought, like I say. Phantom Dancer now completed along with the Bloodthirster. Compare that to CandyPanda, who I think is about to go back and buy a Zeal. If not a Phantom Dancer, I think it's going to be a Zeal. Morgana up to 340 AP. Got that Doran's Ramadan Deathcap and Blasting Wand. In comparison to Orianna, 320, pretty much close with the triple Dorans instead of a Blasting Wand. And at the top, we have Talon, who has quite a bit of damage with that Brutalizer and Wriggles combo. Decent armor in there. However, we see Gangplank doing exactly what he did in the previous game. Shirelia's Trinity Force now complete with Wriggles, and I guess he's probably going to go Atma's shortly after that to marry up with it, which I think is what he did last time. Is it not? Or did he go Frozen Mallet? Then Atmas. I'm not sure which way around. And the dragon must be due, Joe.
Yeah, Dragon is, if I bring it up,
29.17,
they say, SK. So we'll be coming up here in 5-10 seconds, let's say, as they wait for this one. And there it is, bang on. SK got the timing down to a T, and they're going to take this one in very quickly. Actually, Wickd has just come in there into that brush with the teleport, and Darkbind is go, and again it's on wewillfailer, and they jump in, and oh, absolutely amazing pushback ulti there from wewillfailer. We are going to see the ultimate cracking off for almost everyone. Ocelote is doing so much damage, but he's going to be hit on too by yellowpete here, and he will go down. And are we going to see Alex escape? Yes! Wicked's actually let him go there. They're going to focus instead over on the others. SleazyWeazy is here. Let's see how that decision to change targets there is going to go. SleazyWeazy surely will fall from this one. Oh, he's got the pillar up just in time. He's kept himself alive. He's got away. That is almost ridiculous there. Borderline insane from TTT. I can't believe he got away from it.
No, and Gangplank, though, pushing along the bottom there. CandyPanda just peeking around the back side of him. He's got the gall to just carry on going. CandyPanda and Snoopeh now coming back around the side there. And is he gonna walk straight into tower and maybe tower dive? He doesn't want to get caught. He's gonna walk straight in towards Snoopeh. Snoopeh is there. He's gonna pop that fear straight off. Surely CandyPanda's gonna deal the damage that's required. Oh, CandyPanda's gonna be careful. He's pretty low, and that will be going down. Finally jumps on him. But yeah, that jump he tried to do, and Nyph just blowing him backwards midway through the air. Lots of ultis blown. Really good fight from both sides. It has to be said. I'm not too sure who really won that fight, because if it wasn't for Gangplank just trying to push the advantage there, I think that would have been pretty even. But nevertheless, yellowpete is back to farming up top. Now got himself a armor. So let's have a look towards Atma's now completed on Wicked. What has Nyph? Snoopeh. Snoopeh has actually got himself a Mercury Treads. I think he's going to be building an Atma's as well. It seems to be working quite well. Snoopeh has done very well in this one, I think. Let's have a look at his score. He seems to be doing well to me. Yeah, 304. Yeah, doing very well indeed. That's the bottom turret going to CandyPanda, who has got that Zeal, probably about to go buy a Phantom Dancer.
Yeah, so far, SK doing a fantastic job after having a bit of a rocky start. And that last fight, bit of a crazy one. Always good to see kind of the mid-air blowbacks from Janna. Always nice to have here on stream. yellowpete has gone back as well. What's he picked himself up? And he's still there waiting for some gold. And Guardian's Angel picked up here on yellowpete. So a bit more survivability being brought into it all from yellowpete. Let's see how he turns this one around. Actually, Alex just getting some free farm as well up on that top area for time to trolls. Doesn't want to get caught out here by CandyPanda. Although we saw a little bit earlier on how much a third of a HP Alex can do damage onto CandyPanda, even when he had Nyph there to give him that kind of support. And oh, that was a very well-timed flash from Nyph to get out of that situation. It was basically a 3-on-1, and we are going to get the initiation. Gangplank ulti going over. Snoopeh actually ultis to try and escape from all this one. In comes the heal, and wow, that was amazing there. CandyPanda knocks him right back out of it. Flashy now the one that's been focused under all the attention. Look at Nyph's position is completely out of it, but she's healing through the wall. Now it's all down to Wickd. Is he going to go down? No, Ocelote is still in there with that pull. Look at Nyph. He's like, I'm going in for this one. This is my time to shine. And he's a little bit low. Oh, we see the miss there. Nice Piltover Peacemaker from yellowpete. Will finally finish off Nyph. And SK are going to back away. They need to be very careful. Oh, great bindings came out there. Actually cancelled the ulti.
I'm actually quite surprised yellowpete didn't go, you know what, I've got a Guardians, I think I could take these. Because there was
ulti up as well, yeah.
Yeah, there was about 3 or 4 of them that were all very low. He was going after Nyph there. Or if it had turned around and done Piltover Peacemaker, I think he could have possibly got a double kill just with that alone. They were both very low. Instead, he's now still alive and surely needs to lay the damage down on that turret quickly before the respawns come. However, the Snoopeh and Wickd are back, so he needs to get the hell out of dodge. Exactly what he's going to do straight away. Probably put a Piltover back over those minions. Get a bit of free farm en route. And, well, so SleazyWeazy now got himself a giant spell to go along with that phage, building himself as tanky as he possibly can, or as you're hoping he can. Guardian's Angel, I'm kind of strange. I don't normally see that on the AD carry so early on, as it were. And now he's gone to a pickaxe, so whether he's going to switch to an Nyph or not, I do not know. Having a look towards the top, yes, he is building a Atma's almost certainly on Gangplank. Atma's is built on Wickd. Wickd is going to come up and have a poke at Alex. I think they're going to go to the Tribe-Sheet. No, he puts the ward down, sees him. Will he manage to flash through and have a little go at him? Well, not flash through, uses gap closer. In fact, he completely misses. Well done. So, CandyPanda down the bottom.
Hit the minions a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, there's a ping going down on Baron here from... Is that because, CandyPanda knew it? He was out of position, so now CandyPanda is fiercely trying to get back up towards the fight. They were just thinking, you know what, he's down there. I think we might be able to get it before he gets back. He does do a lot of the damage for the team, and now he has come around there. Alex has spotted him, and they're just going to back off and go back to a stalemate.
Yep, and that Tristana with 423 movement speed looks kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like...
Just bobbling along, yeah.
Shouldn't move that fast. And rocket jump over, just to get some more free farm up there on the top. But yeah, I mean, there's some decent ward coverage down at the moment. Obviously, these traps there are going to help out a hell of a lot as well. And SK now coming back in, they do have a couple of wards down in the back of Baron Pit, so they can see if that Baron gets opened up. Actually, SK are pinging down towards Dragon, so looks like that's going to be their destination. But they need to be careful that they don't commit to going for Dragon and leave Baron completely open. Which, I'm guessing they're not going to do, but we never quite know. Time to Troll are starting to move in there. wewillfailer will take a bit of damage from Wickd. Bindings coming out. wewillfailer this time manages to dodge them. He seems to be the unlucky recipient of around about 500 Dark Bindings throughout this best of 3. Which have been, either good or bad. This time, though, he does have the Oracle, so they're clearing up these wards as they go. They're going to go in onto Dragon. They should be able to take him down quickly enough that they don't have to think about what comes next there, although they can't obviously afford to be burning spells on him. And actually, they're going to leave that Dragon to reset here. SK starting to work their way in. CandyPanda uses the ulti to get Alex away from him. Here comes the ulti coming out from Ocelote. Nicely done. And how much damage is he going to do? yellowpete is surely going to go down. He is obviously Guardian Angel, so he's still alive for now. They're going to jump on him a second time. He will die. Flashy is still hanging around there. I'm going to go back up here because Alex is causing problems for the rest of them. They're actually pushing in here onto Nyph. He will go down. CandyPanda's so low. But I don't think he knew exactly how low. And obviously the cooldown's in there as well. Couldn't do much. But again, good work from Alex. I think he got 2 in and amongst all that.
Yeah, Orianna used the ulti a little bit too early there. That's what I thought. It went straight in, got 2 of them in it, but they were just like, well, it's not really done much to us. And Morgana was already ulting on the rest of the team, so he managed to catch all 4 of them, I think it was, apart from Gangplank that was in there. Talon's going to be taking the top there, so Wickd will nail that through.
They've got Dark Binding off over the wall there. Fear is going to get rocket jumps in from Panda, and CandyPanda will get the kill. That was nicely done there. And, Sleazy, I'm not sure about his positioning there for, the whole portal in back home, bang on the tower, where you can obviously get that Dark Binding straight through, and it's cost him a kill. It's 20-10 now. Double the amount of kills. Wickd is going to nick the blue buff at the top of the jungle as well. So, well, SK, Deman, I can't quite believe that they've turned this one around. I mean, I did predict SK to win this one early on, but if most people had have asked after 10 minutes where we saw the first BF sword come out for a 3-0 Caitlyn, you probably would have said this was TTT's game to lose.
Oh yeah, if you were in solo queue, it'd be GG. People would be saying, I'm going to AFK and stuff like that. If you're in the solo queue, people have already left. But look at the scoreboard. It tells a lot really. Morgana 5-11 compared to Orianna 1-5-4. The junglers Trundle 1-3-2 compared to 4-0-9. It's a big difference between just those two. Carries, the AD carries are pretty much identical really in their scores. They're very close. And the top, though, as well, Talon obviously has that, like I say, that gap closer just synergizes so well with Nocturne. They're just getting the kills between them. 3-1-7 and 4-0-9, they're just getting in the right place at the right time. When Morgana goes in, the rest of them, they have that gap closing ability to get in there. And really, there's not a fat lot. Janna could throw that ulti out there, but it's not going to help when there's 3 people all on the same person. There's only so much. And when we're only going to have 33 AB because obviously he's not building a ability power carry or anything, which we have seen. It's certainly even in the final by Reginald.
Up at top, CandyPanda is going to try and catch out Alex here, and he could actually pull this one off. Needs to be careful in terms of his range. He's got Nyph coming in, which makes a massive difference. There goes actually the stun out. Oh, and he's managed to get the kill. How has he managed to get that kill? That is absolutely ridiculous that he can get that kill there.
Yeah, that was parlay at its finest.
Oh, God.
Incredible stuff. They're going to push mid.
What?
Oh, I'm lagging like crazy, I think.
Yeah, I think it might be your internet, to be honest.
Yeah, they're down that 40 meg broadband.
You're back to 56k. Enjoy it. Here we go. Ulti coming in. wewillfailer will actually get binded in the process as well. Great start to that fight from SK. Will they continue to push? I don't think so. We saw the Orianna ulti go down as well, and that's going to stop them from really being able to be healthy enough to push that one, especially since SleazyWeazy and yellowpete pretty much healthy there as well. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, Wicked's going to say thank you very much for an absolute shed load of free farm as he clears that lane out in a matter of 2 abilities. And yellowpete taking Wraiths, desperately wanting to finish off the build. What's he got now? So last Whisper already built. Obviously Bloodthirster earlier, Phantom Dancer earlier, Guardian Angel came a little bit earlier on. So he's pretty much up to building a final item now to replace that Doran's Blade. And then we'll see exactly where it leaves these 2 teams. 22-11, still that scoreline double as good for SK as it is for Time to Trolls. And we are already over the 40-minute mark. Like I said, both teams are going to be very cautious in this one. We've got 1,001 wards around Baron, most specifically from SK, just the one outside the front, which is actually going to expire in 30 seconds. Up at top, yeah, Wickd did see Alex there for a split second, but that's never going to be a fight that you want to take so much. Actually, Quicksilver Sash built now as well onto Gangplank, so got that ability to get out of those binds or whatever when he so needs to. And SK are starting to stack up in middle. I mean, what's the next move from SK now? Forging their way into a Baron pickup?
Yeah, I think so. AP-wise, Ocelote's quite far ahead. 622 AP compared to about 474. Yeah, that's with a brilliant spot on. So he's quite far ahead of Flashy. Oh, Flashy caught him all with the Q there. Did have his ulti. Didn't actually go for it, though. And I think that was... He could have possibly gone straight in there. He will manage to catch him again, though, but it's not got the right position this time. I think he's missed his chance. And was that Quicksilver Sash used? I'm not too sure. Shirelius has been used. They're going to push straight in there. Shirelius really Reverie using the speed boost, but I think they've managed to return the favour. Yes, because Nyph has got one of their own, so they both popped Shirelius and both steaming away from each other. But they're going to have to back away again. And Time to Troll. Well, they have the build, they have the items, but they are just that quite distance away from SK. Nyph is still incredibly low, but because she's been doing quite well, and actually I think got a few kills in there as well, if I'm not mistaken. Nyph did, 4, 5, 13. Actually, has had the chance to actually get an easily large rod in there.
That's really not a bad score there for Nyph. A needlessly large rod and 4, 5, 3 on the scoreboard. That's Not something that you see at this kind of level from the support players. But anyway, we are seeing SK now getting into position around this middle area. Obviously, Alex keeping it fairly confident. Almost would have got caught there in that pool if the bind would have landed onto him. But as per usual, Gangplank manages to survive and get away. No problems whatsoever. And look at Talon, just that farming ability, able to clear out those lanes so quickly. And again, Ocelote start binding, just shaving the legs of Alex, not connecting. And they continue to jostle for position around this middle area. What's going to come next? Talon putting out a bit more damage once again. That Piltover Peacemaker doesn't actually connect. And they maybe go for a blue steal here. Yeah, they've got a ward down, so they knew that blue is available. And actually, we are going to get the push in. Good, actually. Ulti coming in now from Gangplank. Oh, TTT going to dive in on top of it. Yes, they are. Alex is going low. Nice ultimate comes off from Nyph. Ultimate comes out as well from Snoopeh. But we see the flash away from yellowpete, who does go down. CandyPanda surely going to finish him off there. SleazyWeazy drops. Let's watch yellowpete. If he's got the burst to do it, yes, he surely has. He's got a heal from Nyph as well. And that is going to be a 5 still left alive for SK yet. And only 2 left alive, and Snoopeh's not done fighting here yet either, and he will force Alex and wewillfailer to go back, or will he? No, not quite just yet, as that dark line comes out. wewillfailer is still sniffing around. Yeah, I was going to say, get back into your lane. Don't be getting too clever at that one. And of course, SK are going to use this opportunity to down a very fast Baron.
Yeah, very quick Baron, and as expected, really badly caught there, and the Sona ulti was probably the key thing to turn that. He managed to catch all of them as they tried to turn that corner with that bush. Like you said, they had the ward placement, they knew exactly where they were. As soon as they came around that bush, bang, ulti across a lot of them, and away the, Talon managed to get his ulti across. I think everyone there managed to catch them all within his ulti. Obviously puts those shards out, manages to come straight back in. CandyPanda's just sat in the behind it all going, this is brilliant, I've got a big bush in the way, and nobody can hit me. He's just mowing them down with his minigun of a rocket in front there. And look at him, he's got the Bloodthirster, the Infinity Airs, the Phantom Dancer, the Last Whisper to give the penetration, and the Berserker Boots. Perfect build for CandyPanda. And SleazyWeazy, I just feel on Trundle is not really offering anything to be able to prevent it. When you've got 2 gap closers like that, really the pillar doesn't help a fat lot, because they're just bypassing it. So the big slow ability he gets, yes, he can put his ulti down, and it's kind of an underestimated ulti. But the fact is, the damage is already done. When they got 2 gap closers, they've got so much burst damage that Snoopeh has, and you can see now he's got that Atmars, he's got a frozen mallet, he's got the Warden Mail in there. He is so strongly built now. I think he's actually building the frozen heart in there. Maybe I'm not too sure, but he's probably going to go Warmugs, I would have thought, but. They've all been built so strongly. Snoopeh 4-0-11. You can't ask anything else from your jungler than that. And SK have just have been pretty dominant, has to be said, after such a really shaky start. I cannot see Time to Troll coming anywhere near back into this game.
Oh, and here comes the binding again onto yellowpete. They can't quite get in there, though. Oh, yes, they can. Actually, we're going to see Talon get himself across. Nicely done by Wickd. SleazyWeazy is the next target. Panda actually using his ulti to get that one off. Look at Ocelote, who's just walking around. Ulti is actually up. The Fear did proc there onto Gangplank, and surely they're going to be able to finish him off. Actually, CandyPanda is slowed there for a brief second. This inhibitor is going to fall. Absolutely no problem. Look at Flashy. He can just quit right now. He is a dead man. He tried to get away. CandyPanda rocket jumps in. They're going to go straight through these 2 Nexus turrets. Only Alex is left alive to somehow ridiculously save the day, but they're not going to, of course. And it is going to be SK who win this one 2-1. And well, Snoopeh said, "Failure don't get caught," and so did CandyPanda, and I think so did Wickd, and I think so did everyone there. And I have to agree with them. wewillfailer in this best of 3, there were 2 or 3 times where he was really out of position when he shouldn't have been.
Yeah, and Morgana's dark bindings just found their home every time, didn't they, really, for him, straight onto him.
They were kind of magnetic somehow, every time landing there.
It really, and we said it early on, it's amazing after that start, such a bad start for SK with that double kill for yellowpete down the bottom. How they didn't push that advantage, I have no idea. Wickd kind of did well on Talon. Maybe we're going to see him developing that a bit more, because obviously Irelia is always targeted for him. They have qualified for New York though, so the American teams will have seen this one. And Time to Troll, you know, they put in a fantastic performance. I have no doubt whatsoever they are going to go through the next 2 matches and qualify.
Yeah, I really can't see them being stopped on their way there. I'm just going to refresh the brackets here over on the other PC, and then we'll bring them up. If you want to find these, by the way, you can take a look over at intelextrememasters.com, where they all are and are all updated. Are they? Pretty much updated. Yes. So I'm going to quickly switch over to them for you guys at home. Actually, no, I'm not, because that PC seems to have broken. Cool stuff. That's great. So, yeah, intelextrememasters.com is where you can go. Basically, down in the bottom bracket, GBT, who had a bit of a dream start to this tournament, they knocked Cypher down into the lower bracket in the first game. They've lost to Delta BenQ in the second round of the lower bracket. So, it will be Delta who will be playing in round 3 for a spot in the next round. Of course, SK now will play against, TTT will play now against Cypher. That's going to be our next game coming up. It will be best of 1. So a real kind of nail-biter. Cypher, they've been good online, Deman. They're definitely not going to be any pushovers in this game, but we're going to talk about that game a little bit later on once we come back. Obviously, we're going to have a slight break here, but once we come back, it shall be the lower bracket second round to decide who, of course, will be going on to play BenQ Delta in the next round for the final spot in New York City. So, don't go anywhere.